Yo, what's going on, people? And in this video I'm going to show you the new gadget, the new bulletproof cameras, and kind of my first impression and thoughts on them so far. So first I'll explain how they work. They kind of have the same physics as breaching charges or Jaeger's ADS systems. You can place them anywhere. You can place them on floors or on the walls. You can place them on reinforced walls and even castle doors. And you can even place them outside, so pretty much anywhere your character can reach is where you can place this camera. Now this camera is only available to 6 operators right now, and those would be Vigil, Frost, Mute, Castle, Dock, and Caveira, and it will also be replacing one of their other gadgets, so you have to check and see which one it replaces. But for right now the most important one would be Mute, because this gadget replaced his C4. Now, because these are bulletproof, don't panic. At first I thought they were OP, but they actually aren't. There are multiple ways that these can be destroyed. Only the face of the camera is bulletproof, but if you lean to the side, you'll kind of see a gap or, a little space right there. If you shoot at the side, then that will destroy the camera. Twitch drone can also take it out. If you melee, explosions, if it's on a soft wall or like a barricade, if you take out a chunk of that wall that is on, or you shoot down the door, then that's going to destroy the camera. And then it does the usual, because it still is electronic, so it can be picked up by IQ, it can be hacked by Dokubi since it still is a camera. TaZAo doesn't destroy the camera with his EMP grenade, but he does disable it for a few seconds. Now, the special thing about these cameras is that, these aren't just like these standard cameras in the game. These are actually IR cameras, kind of like glasses-scope. So these actually do highlight people, and that means they do highlight people through smoke. So yeah, these cameras are here to kind of like tip the scales back over in the side of the defenders a bit. You'd also know when someone's watching you on the camera because there's a little red light in the bottom right side, I think. Yeah, that starts glowing, so yeah, you'll know when a defender is on the camera watching you. And yeah, that's about the gist and the the breakdown of these cameras. You can place them anywhere you want. Now, when it comes to my thoughts, the first thing I thought of was, would this make Valkyrie kind of useless now? And no, it doesn't, because these cameras, they can't turn, so exactly where you put them is the only way that they will be facing, so Valkyrie will still be useful. Besides, you can't throw one of these cameras up on the roof or, hide it somewhere, so you can't miss these. These are big square blocks, so yeah, Valkyrie is still going to be pretty useful. So after playing for a few hours, my thoughts on these new gadgets, they do make the attackers, from how it seems so far, they do make the attackers think twice. Because as we know right now, the game currently favors the attacking side. Kind of bit OP, since Lion and Finka were added in. Everyone just tends to, rush a bit now. So yeah, these cameras kind of going to slow them down a bit. But apart from slowing down defenders, the other thing that these cameras do, because multiple operators have these, this isn't just one new operator with this gadget. The amount of intel and surveillance for the defenders has gone through the roof with the addition of these cameras and Echo's buff, because you can also spot people from these cameras, and since Echo's buff, you can now see Echo's drone. Yes, Echo is no longer the only one that can see other people on his drone. You can actually now spot people from Echo's drone. So if you have an Echo, if you have multiple operators with these cameras, a Valkyrie and a Mira, that is a team full with operators who's able to gather intel and surveillance throughout the entire map because of all the cameras and angles that you can see the attackers coming from. If these cameras are released in the full game, it's only a matter of time before people start coming up with really creative spots to put these cameras, because again, you can place them anywhere. There's so many blind spots throughout these maps. So yeah, if you have a blind spot that your team is not really good at defending this particular area because you have no surveillance there, just put on one of these cameras. And so far, it seems like these cameras are best used for watching really long lines of sight that the attackers are going to come from. So like long hallways, I can see these being pretty good on plane. They were very useful on yacht and some matches of coastline that I was playing today. And the last thing I could think of is that these cameras would be another good reason to pick IQ and TaZAo. A lot of people already picked Twitch, so who knows, maybe we'll see their pick rate go up a bit, because you can't just shoot these cameras from the front and ignore them anymore. So if you have an IQ, just toss a grenade at one of the cameras or use one of TaZAo's EMP grenades to temporarily take it down. But yeah, so far, didn't really like them in the beginning, but I'm starting to warm up to the idea of these bulletproof cameras. If you've played in TTS, what are your thoughts on these cameras so far? You can leave them down in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's been the breakdown of these cameras and my thoughts. So if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like and share it around, and subscribe for more Rainbow Six Siege content. I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming out in the later days as I do more testing on the TTS, so make sure you subscribe and stick around for those. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.